Wanda. She looks terrible. She pulls her tooth dead out of her mouth like it's nothing. Will this be the final straw that pushes Wanda into getting clean? Franklin, was Leon right? Has the money changed you? And then has Reid finally come to the realization that he has crossed that thin line between being a CIA operative and being an official drug lord, drug kingpin? I don't think he has. Welcome back to the Snowfall Review. What up, squad? MizzyWorld Entertainment back to present another episode of the MizzyWorld Original Snowfall Review. And today we're going to be reviewing Season 4, Episode 3 of Snowfall. And the top 3 storylines, the first one I'm going to touch on is Wanda. I feel as though Wanda has been a character that's kind of been forgotten about, but she's been a major player. If you really think about, she was with Leon. She's the one that really, like, Leon had her chained up in the trap crib because, not in the trap crib, in the crib that Franklin bought for him. He had her locked up in his personal home because he didn't want her to get out there and start smoking. I mean, she broke off the pipe and got away, but Leon was really in love with that girl. You can see it. Even now, he still tries to protect her like, yo, chill. You feel what I'm saying? And I think she is going to get clean. I think I'm having a change of opinion. I think her and Mel might link back together on some, let's take down Saint. Let's take down Leon. Let's take them down because they're the ones that created this destruction. And eventually it's going to get them killed because Leon and Saint got to do what they got to do. You dig what I'm saying? But watching Wanda pull her tooth out of her mouth, it was some type of significance. You feel what I'm saying? Besides the fact of how the lesser potent drugs was affecting these addicts. You feel what I'm saying? Once you start cutting it and cutting it and cutting it, that's the one thing that I took was that Leon was selling that super stepped on cut coke. That stepped on like Betty Crocker, you know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? And she wasn't getting the high. She was still getting sick, and to the point where she wasn't getting her fix. Pulled her tooth out of her mouth. And you seen the people that was around her, they had teeth missing all over their grill. It's scary, man. You feel what I'm saying? It's really scary. But that's what makes Snowfall Snowfall, is the authenticity of what we've all seen out here, but maybe didn't see the process of it. Now let's move on to me, what was the second biggest storyline of Snowfall Season 4, Episode 3? Did the money change Franklin? I bring this up simply because of how he did the couple in a bookstore. That was bad. That was a bad joint. Like, they was there for Saint when he didn't know where he was going to go. When he, like, I forgot what it was. It was something that was, I think it was about his pop. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he went out there, he got the, they let him in so he could read the history about the Black Panthers. His pop, remember, he was a Black Panther out in Oakland. They had all the history of that, and that's inside that bookstore. And for you to swindle them, you feel what I'm saying? Not be on no gangster stuff, but you swindled them. You smiled in their face. You said, no, this will continue to be your bookstore. No, you will not have to move. Yes, it's under my corporation, but that's just so y'all can keep it. And then for him to come in the next day, which I do respect because he didn't just duck out of there once they figured out that it wasn't their spot no more. But he came in there and said, y'all got till Friday to leave. That hurt me, yo. That hurt me to see Franklin grow into this person that doesn't care no more. All he cares about is surviving this life with the money that he made in it. That's all it is right now. Like, to think that he would turn on that couple that had his back from day one, that know what he does, that's just a bad sign for Saint, man. That's a bad sign. And it's really reflective of how that epidemic made us turn our backs on each other. All for survival. All for money. That's what crack did. That was the perfect divide and conquer drug right there, man. It's crazy. But in my opinion, I'm gonna say no. The money, I'm gonna say yes, it has, but no, it hasn't. Because I think Saint still has a big heart to where he wants to do good. That's why he told them, y'all got another location. It's gonna be a bigger location. It's this, it's that. But he doesn't realize that a new location means you have to rebuild your branding in that location. They were a staple in that South Central community. And he swindled them out of there like some Jews. I don't even want to throw Jews under the bus, but he swindled them out of there like a snake. He snaked them. You feel what I'm saying? No, this is going to remain your place. Then once he got them to sign the contract, accept the check, oh yeah, y'all knew y'all wasn't going to keep the spot. Shorty said, fuck you, Saint. I'm like, yeah, fuck that nut ass nigga. I still bang with Saint, but that was a bad joint right there. That was a bad scenario, and I didn't like the way he handled that situation at all. But I would say yes, the money changed him because at the end of the day, he can't have the same mind frame as when he was trapping weed as now when he's the drug kingpin that exploded and invented crack, basically, or not invented crack, but put it on the big scene. You feel what I'm saying? It was like a record label. It was like, oh, y'all didn't invent rap, but y'all put the money behind it to put it out there for the world. So for him to survive in that life, of course he had to change. But like I said, I still think he has a big heart and still wants to give back to his community. I don't think he just wants to see it destroyed. You feel what I'm saying? But let's move on to the biggest storyline of season 4, episode 3 of Snowfall, Reid and Gustavo. Can I just say this? Gustavo is my guy. This dude, man, if Gustavo would have left with Lucia, I might have left Snowfall. You feel what I'm saying? I might have left Snowfall. Like, come on. Gustavo is such a staple of being there from the first episode. He was a wrestler, an underground wrestler until Lucia started messing with him and he became the muscle for the Villanueva cartel and Lucia. Then they did what they did. Lucia dipped up out of here. He started linking with Reid. His laugh when Reid told him, I'm with the CIA. So that means you are now too. He said, he just started cracking up like, bro, you know who I am? For you to tell me that I'm with the CIA? They must hire anybody. You feel what I'm saying? But I love the way they handled the situation and what a quick handling of that situation with the Mexican police chief. Bull was scared and how he wasn't ready to take them down. I don't know how. And I just want to say this. How do you send a message with the weaker person out of the entire trio that you threatening? The person that's in a wheelchair, the person that can't do anything. He has no legs. But you don't move on Gustavo or Reid and just think they just gonna see you kill a boy in the wheelchair and not want to come back. Gustavo saw that one cop. He hopped right out the truck. He ain't even say nothing. He said, I'm gonna get main man to run. I'm gonna get him to run. It don't matter. Then he was waiting in the... Dog, Gustavo is my guy. But I do not think Reid realizes the dangers and the thresholds that he's entering. He has officially crossed that line from a CIA operative to where the CIA will back him, and if they feel as though he's getting too deep, they'll just pull him, to now he's a drug kingpin. And once they realize they cannot control him, there's no pulling him no more. He's either getting killed or he's going to get locked up as a drug kingpin. And I don't think he realizes that. At the end of the day, they went into the police of chiefs. They killed a police of chief in Mexico. He had dealings with how the DEA got killed in season 2. This dude has his hands so dirty, and he really thinks that the CIA doesn't know. They know. They just want to keep using him. But he doesn't peep the play yet. He doesn't peep the play. I see it. And I feel as though I'm going to go out on a limb. This is going to be the last season for Reid. He might be the most expendable character. Honestly. You think about the CIA and they might just want to get clean of this and, all right, well, we might not win this war in Nicaragua anyway. Hey, listen. I was the first one to say it. Reid might be going this season, but let me know what y'all think of season 4, episode 3 of Snowfall. What was y'all top 3 storylines, or what do y'all think of my top 3 storylines? Do y'all think there was any type of significance between Snowfall showing Wanda pulling her tooth clean out of her mouth and then looking at the other smokers she was with and saying, what's wrong with y'all? Do y'all think Franklin has changed with the money he's made? And lastly, does Reid realize that he is really going into a dangerous threshold because he has crossed that thin line of being CIA operative to now being a drug kingpin. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all know what it is. Stay tuned for next week. Season 4, episode 4, Snowfall review. Let me know what y'all think of season 4, episode 3, Snowfall review. I don't know what it is. Snowfall review. MizzyWorld.